Good morning, Prep 1. Today we will continue our lesson. Second lesson in Unit 2, accompanied force to motion. In Lesson 1, we started to explain what is the meaning of force and the types of force. In this lesson, we will explain accompanied force to motion. There are two types of accompanied force to motion. Force originates due to the motion and force causes motion. What is the difference between them? Force originated due to motion. The body moves in a straight line at regular speed, and as a result of this motion, an amount of force is generated from it. And the second type, force causes motion, meaning that we need this force to move this object from one place to another place. The first type, force originate due to motion, like force of inertia and friction force. The first type, it is the force of inertia. What is the meaning of force of inertia? We have some example to explain what is the meaning of inertia, and from them we will know what is the meaning of inertia. If we are in bus, this bus at the moving state, so the driver of the bus start to suddenly stop the car. What happened to us? We will move forward. Why? Because the body keep its state of motion. The body has its resistance to change its state. So the body doesn't want to change its state of the motion. Doesn't want to change the state. So the body have its ability to continue its motion in the straight line at regular speed, so it will move forward. This meaning of inertia. So the inertia, it is the resistance of the body. Another example, if we are on this bus, and this bus at rest position, don't move, but the driver started to move this car or bus. What happened? We are move backward. We will rush backward. Why? Because the body wanted to stay at the rest position, don't move. So the body has its resistance to change its state. It is the meaning of inertia. If we have a fan, and this fan is connected to the electric wire, so it will start to rotate around itself. After cut the electric current, what happened? The fan continue rotation around itself. After some times, the fan stop its motion. So it is the inertia. The fan has its resistance to change its state. Okay, this is the meaning of the inertia. So what is the meaning of inertia? Inertia, it is a property of the object, that this object has its resistance to change its state of rest or motion. Until what? If there is a acting force or applied force act on this object to change its state, the object change its state. No force, no change. No force, no change. Okay. So the policeman advised driver to use a safety belt in cars. Why? This safety belt work on stopping the force of inertia to prevent the damage that occur to the driver if the sudden change occur to the car. The second type of the force that originated due to the motion, it is the friction force. During the motion of the object, friction occurs between the object and the surrounding. This force generates a force is known as friction force. This friction force is play on decrease the velocity of the object. So this force acts in the opposite direction of the object. So it's called or considered as a resistance force, because it applied in the opposite or against direction to the motion. And this force is originated between the object in motion and the medium touching it. We have three types of surrounding medium. We have three types of the surrounding medium, like gaseous, solid, or liquid. Gaseous, when we move in air, there is a friction force between us and the air. Solid, when we touch the ground, it is the friction force between two objects, solid. The third type, it is when we move in water, so it is a friction force between us and the water. Okay, what is the relation between the friction force and the speed? By increasing the friction force of the car, the speed of the car decreases. Okay, so by decreasing the friction force, the speed increases. If we imagine that we move in the smooth road and we move in rough road, what is the friction force in the two roads? In smooth road, the friction force decreases, so we can move faster than the rough road, because in rough road the friction force increases, so the velocity decreases. So the relation between the friction force and the speed, it is the inversely proportional. By increasing the friction force, the speed of the object decreases. There are some benefits of the friction force and some harms of the friction force. The first one, friction force is prevent feet from slipping down. It's from slipping down on road during walking. The second one, it helps stopping and starting the car by using brakes. The third one, it helps in using or burning match. Harms of friction force: due to the motion between the two objects in the opposite direction, the friction force has a great loss of mechanical energy, because this energy change to heat energy. Okay, from the producing the heat energy from the friction force between the internal moving parts of the machine, it making expansion of these parts, because we know that the metals expand by heating and contract by cooling. The heat energy make expansion of this part, and this expansion affect on their performance. The third harm for the friction, it makes the corrosion or erosion of the internal moving parts of the machine, making damage of this machine. So the scientists advise us to lubricating and oiling mechanical machine from time to time to reduce or to decrease the friction force between the two moving part of the internal machine, to decrease the damage of the internal moving part of the machine. The third type of the force, it is the force that produced inside the living organism. This living organism, two types. Unicellular, it is the type of the living organism that have one cell, like fungi, like algae, and this organism contain some of this force to do some biological operation. It is the unicellular. And there are another type of the living organism, it is the multicellular living organism, like us, like animal, like plant, have more than one cell, contain an amount of the biological force that found inside the living organism to do some biological operations, like digestion, like respiration, like circulation, like reproduction, like urination. It is the whole process that occur inside the living organism and need a biological force. So what is the meaning of the biological force? It is the force that's found inside the living organism and enables the living organism to do different biological operation. Like what? We know that in the circulatory system we have an important organ, it is the heart. And we know the heart is contain 4 rooms. This contain blood, and this room pumps the blood to the whole body cell. So the heart move the blood from its heart to the whole body cell to reach to the cell of the body. And when the heart relaxes, it absorbs the blood from the whole body cell to the heart. So the heart muscle contraction and relaxation help the heart to pump the blood all over the body organs and absorb the blood from the whole body organs. If we have a beaker, this beaker is contain membrane, meaning that this membrane contains some pores, and in the left side there is some salt and some water, and the concentration of the salt is 25%. The other side is contain large amount of salt and small amount of water. The concentration of salt in this side is 75%. What happened? The water will move from the low concentration of salt to high concentration of salt. So liquid are transported through pores and the wall of cell from the lower concentration that contain low amount of salt to a higher one to make equilibrium between the two sides. We know that the plant make an important process. It's called photosynthesis process, and this photosynthesis process it is used to make its food. By what? By absorb water and minerals from the soil and transfer it to the leaves to can make the photosynthesis process. How the plant absorbs the water and minerals from the ground, from the soil. The water will move against the gravity by a force. It's called tension force. It is the force that move against the gravity to reach the water and the minerals from the roots to the leaves. So raising of water and salts from the soil to the plant against the earth's gravity by a tension force. It is the force that's found inside the plant. It's need to do some different operation, like in raising the water from the soil to the leaves. When we are moving on road, we have some muscles in our legs, and we will lift a heavy things. We have some muscles in our arms. The contraction and relaxation help the body organ to move, to transfer from one place to another place. So the contraction and relaxation of muscles need a biological force that found inside the living organism to do some different operations like motion. Homework page 48. Write the scientific term, complete the following statements, and give reason. Page 49. So the homework page 48, page 49. If there is any question, can you connect with me on WhatsApp, on Facebook, or anytime. Thank you for listening.